Hello, I'm Dr. Gloria Horsley, president of the Open to Hope Foundation, and I'm here at the Compassionate Friends National Conference with my good friend Laura Diehl. Her daughter Becca died how long ago?
Almost 5 years ago.
Almost
5 years in
yeah.
October.
Now, I think it's important to know that Becca had a long-term illness and problems, because that's a kind of a different thing, because they become kind of your job.
Oh yes, yeah.
Whereas a
Very
sudden
much.
loss, you're doing other things, and then but I don't think people always realize that.
No, and so it is. It's very different, because then when they go, you feel really lost, because that actually becomes your identity for a while of being the caregiver for your child.
And I noticed you're doing a workshop on forgiveness, and show us your new book that you just sent, and I put an endorsement on it for you.
Yeah. This is called
It's a
When
wonderful
Tragedy
book.
Strikes, and rebuilding your life with hope and healing after the death of your child. I wasn't finding places of hope, and I was in that place of darkness by myself. And so as I began coming out of that darkness, I wanted to reach out and give that hope to others, like you're doing. And this book was part of that. And so it's actually rebuilding a house, kind of like. So it's like laying the foundation of forgiveness is a huge piece. There's so many people to forgive when their child dies. Sometimes I think people we don't even realize we're just angry. And so it goes through like looking out the window of fear, sitting in the garage of tears, all kinds of the pieces of the house, and how we can begin to rebuild our lives in a new way.
Right, fantastic. And you've got a coloring book too about your journey, right?
Yeah, I had a good friend that's an artist, and I had the thought I wanted to be able to give parents something to do to help them actively work through their grief. And so this book actually has 42 words in it that have to do with grief: alone, overwhelmed, anger, heaven, just all kinds of words that have peace, hope. And so they can go in. Here's the one I colored myself. And so there's writing prompts in there, and then there's extra pages for journaling. And so they can just pick a word that seems to really touch them for the moment and color it and write. And
Now, were you into writing before your daughter died?
not at all. I mean, I loved English and I loved writing, but I never did anything professionally or anything like a book.
Well, that's great. You're one of our Open to Hope writers now, and we're really happy to have you doing that. I know a lot of people would like to write, and how do they get started?
Well, you just start writing. You just have to do it. I know a lot of people, it's that I should write a book someday, and they never actually get around to doing it. And it's very emotional, because you have to put yourself back in that place, but it's a healing. It's an emotional healing, because it does kind of pull things out of you that maybe you didn't realize were there, and we have to walk through the grief before we can heal and get to that place of hope.
Absolutely. Well, if you had one piece of advice for people who are newly bereaved, what would it be?
I would actually say to find people who have been on the path ahead of you that can be that hope for you when you don't have your own hope.
Thank you so much for being on this show and for all the work you're doing.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thanks for watching this video, and I want to remind you, if you've lost hope, please lean on ours till you find your own, and God bless.